In the shadows of the legal world, a clandestine market feeds violence and destruction, arms trafficking. This is a realm that thrives in secrecy, where transactions are shrouded in mystery, and millions of dollars exchange hands under the table. We're talking about a business that operates without borders, openly defying laws and corrupting governments. Arms trafficking, a term that might seem alien to many, is a global phenomenon that has been fueling conflicts and empowering criminals for centuries. From the cold streets of Eastern Europe to the war-torn regions of the Middle East, the illegal arms trade has made its presence felt in every corner of the globe. This illicit trade is not just about weapons, it's about control, power, and money. A booming black market that's worth billions of dollars. It's a business that's as lucrative as it is dangerous. The primary drivers of this trade are manifold. Armed conflicts raging across different parts of the world, lack of control over arms production and trade, corruption within governmental institutions, and poverty and lack of opportunities in certain countries all contribute to the flourishing of this illegal market. The illegal arms market is funded through a web of criminal activities. Drug trafficking, smuggling, human trafficking, and money laundering are just a few of the illicit activities that fuel this trade. Criminal networks leverage these activities to gather the resources necessary to buy, transport, and sell weapons illegally. Arms trafficking is also enveloped in a cloud of conspiracy and suspense. Political and economic interests often work behind the scenes to keep this market thriving in the shadows. From government and corporate involvement in the illegal business to corruption networks facilitating the trade, there are many secrets that this business hides. The impact of arms trafficking is devastating, with countless lives lost to gun violence. There are stories to be told of victims of armed violence, of shadowy arms dealers, and of the brave individuals fighting against this illegal market. These stories help us understand the complexity of the problem and underscore the urgent need for action. Today we venture into the dark world of arms trafficking, exploring its historical context, how this illegal market is financed, the conspiracies surrounding it, and the untold stories that await. Arms trafficking has a long history dating back centuries. However, in today's world, this market has taken on a global dimension, with increasingly sophisticated and powerful criminal networks. Let's delve deeper into this shadowy world by first examining the main causes of arms trafficking. At the forefront, we have the existence of armed conflicts across the globe. These conflicts create an insatiable demand for weapons, which illicit arms dealers are only too happy to meet. Next, let's consider the lack of control over arms production and trade. In many parts of the world, regulations on firearms are lax or non-existent, allowing weapons to be easily manufactured and sold without government oversight. This lack of control provides a fertile ground for the growth of the illegal arms trade. Then we have corruption in governmental institutions. It's a sad truth that in many jurisdictions, officials turn a blind eye to arms trafficking, or worse, are actively involved in it. This corruption undermines efforts to control the arms trade and allows it to flourish unchecked. Lastly, the role of poverty and lack of opportunities cannot be overstated. In many impoverished nations, arms trafficking can be a lucrative business, offering a way out of poverty for those willing to take the risk. This desperation fuels the supply side of the arms trade, with people turning to illegal activities as a means of survival. These factors combined have created a perfect storm, allowing arms trafficking to grow and thrive. The result is a global crisis, with weapons flooding into conflict zones, fueling violence and instability. This is not a problem confined to any one region or country. It's a worldwide issue, with repercussions felt across the globe. So, as we continue to explore the dark underworld of arms trafficking, let's keep in mind the historical context. Understanding the factors that drive this illicit trade is the first step in combating it. These causes have allowed arms trafficking to grow and thrive, leading to a global crisis. The illegal arms market is financed through various criminal activities. This statement is as chilling as it is true. The underbelly of society, where the shadows of legality fade, is a thriving hub for this illicit trade, a multi-million-dollar business that operates without borders, challenging laws and corrupting governments. So, how is this black market funded? The answer lies in a complex web of illegal activities. Drug trafficking, smuggling, human trafficking, and money laundering are just some of the means by which this market is financed. Let's take a closer look at each of these activities. Drug trafficking, a multi-billion-dollar global industry, provides vast amounts of money to criminal networks. They leverage the profits from this trade to buy, transport, and sell weapons, adding more fuel to the vicious cycle of violence and crime. Smuggling, another illicit activity, involves the clandestine transportation of goods to evade taxes or other restrictions. In the context of the arms trade, smuggling often involves the illegal import and export of weapons, further feeding the black market. Human trafficking, a horrific crime against humanity, is also regrettably linked to the illegal arms trade. The money generated from exploiting innocent lives is often used to finance the purchase and distribution of illegal weapons. Lastly, money laundering, the process of making illegally gained proceeds appear legal, plays a significant role. Criminal networks use sophisticated methods to clean their ill-gotten gains, which are then funneled back into the illegal arms market. These criminal activities intertwine, creating a well-oiled machine that fuels the illegal arms market. They provide the necessary resources for criminal networks to buy, transport, and sell weapons on a global scale, contributing to a cycle of violence and destruction that seems insurmountable. But it's important to remember that understanding the problem is the first step towards finding a solution. By shedding light on the financing of the illegal arms market, we can start to unravel the complex structures that support it. These nefarious activities breathe life into the illegal arms market, exacerbating the problem worldwide. Arms trafficking is shrouded in conspiracy and suspense. This particular aspect of the illicit trade is perhaps its most intriguing and frightening. It's a world where secrets are currency, where alliances and betrayals are a daily routine, and where the line between legality and criminality is often blurred. There's an old saying that goes, "Where there's smoke, there's fire." In the case of arms trafficking, the smoke is the secrets that hang heavily over this shadowy industry. Governments and corporations, entities that we trust to uphold law and order, are often implicated in this illegal business. From covert operations to under-the-table deals, these powerful players have been known to manipulate the market for their own gains. But proving such involvement is a Herculean task, as evidence is often buried deep beneath layers of bureaucracy and deceit. Then there's the existence of corruption networks that facilitate arms trafficking. These are not just a few bad apples operating in the shadows. These networks can span across continents, involving everyone from high-ranking officials to street-level criminals. They grease the wheels of the arms trade, ensuring that weapons flow smoothly from manufacturers to conflict zones, and all the while they keep the authorities in the dark. And let's not forget the terrifying use of these trafficked firearms in acts of terrorism and violence. The bullets that shatter lives and the bombs that reduce cities to rubble often have their origins in the arms trafficking underworld. These weapons, sold and bought in secrecy, end up in the hands of those who seek to inflict fear and chaos. The secrets and conspiracies surrounding arms trafficking create an aura of suspense, like a thriller novel that's all too real. But unlike in fiction, the consequences of these secrets are devastatingly real. Lives are lost, societies are destabilized, and our sense of security is eroded. These conspiracies and secrets contribute to the dangerous allure of the arms trafficking world, making it a difficult problem to tackle. But tackle it we must, because the cost of inaction is simply too high. It's a battle that seems daunting, but it's one that we cannot afford to lose. Arms trafficking has a devastating impact on people's lives, and there are countless stories to be told. Stories of the victims of armed violence, their lives irrevocably changed by a bullet from a gun that should never have been in circulation. Stories of the arms traffickers operating in the shadows, their lives intertwined with the world's most dangerous individuals and organizations. And let's not forget the stories of the agents tirelessly fighting against this illegal market, risking their lives to protect ours. And each of these narratives is a piece of the puzzle, shedding light on the human cost of this dark trade. They reveal the courage, the sorrow, the fear, the greed, and the resilience that make up the intricate tapestry of arms trafficking. These stories allow us to understand the complexity of the issue and the need to take action against it. Arms trafficking poses a threat to global peace and security. This is a stark reality we face today. It's a daunting challenge, but not an insurmountable one. The fight against this illegal market needs collective effort. From every corner of the globe, from every walk of life, there are organizations tirelessly working against arms trafficking. Groups like Amnesty International, Control Arms, and the Small Arms Survey are doing commendable work, striving to shed light on the shadowy underworld, advocating for tighter regulations and promoting disarmament. You can join this fight. Get informed, spread awareness, lend your voice to the cause. Every little step counts towards a world free from armed violence. Remember, this video is just an introduction to the topic. I encourage you to research more about arms trafficking. It's important to highlight the human impact of this problem and the need for solutions. This video does not aim to sensationalize or promote violence, but to inform about a complex and urgent reality to address.